Hello, gamers!
Hi, how are you?
So Thaddeus is back at it again, giving us some more delicious info in terms of what the game will be having changed to it, or what we can look forward to in terms of changes for the game so far. And I gotta, tip my cap to him again, keeping us in the loop. It wasn't just like, hey, the game is out now, don't talk to us. No, there's still that line of communication, so that's pretty cool. So first things first, let's stop wasting time. This one, it might be on the smaller side of things, but I like where their head's at here with the development team. So first thing first, Thaddeus says that they refuse to look into anything balance-wise in terms of changes because tier lists and community consensus, basically, opinions are changing on the daily. Like I'm sure many of you have seen countless tier lists. Several people like, yeah, these characters are S tier and A tier and B tier, blah blah blah. Yeah, there might be some characters that do match up, but one person will say, all right, this character's definitely B tier, and then somebody comes along and goes, nah, this character's definitely D tier. Like, you're talking about the same character. How do you, like, nothing is the same for the most part. So it's just, the dust is still trying to settle, right? The game barely been out a week. We're still trying to figure stuff out. This isn't a reactionary reaction from the devs. They're not just going, SpongeBob's neutral air is broken, and then they go, all right, we better fix it immediately. We don't know what's wrong with it, but do something about it. No, they're like, all right, you just chill. How about you learn to play the game before you say something's broken, all right? Or at least prove why it's broken first, and then if it is kind of like Infinites, which they've already started doing, well, we already got the patch for that, but things that are actually broken, they're trying to get rid of. So it's kind of a, all right, hold on, let's wait to see what actually happens here. We're not just gonna fix something just because a couple people think it's broken. All right, the next thing, this is probably the biggest one, the biggest point for the video so far. No, probably for the whole video. Thaddeus is talking about neutral air attacks, neutral air strings in general, neutral air. And this might be leaning more towards a few specific characters, like SpongeBob comes to mind, Oblina, Aang will come to mind, maybe Michelangelo, Lucy possibly, but the characters that heavily rely on neutral air to continue strings and combos and stuff like that. So when he says this, I think it's good that they're going to look into changing this. They're not even just maybe we'll do it. This is going to happen. The neutral air strings right now are not going to be. They're not sticking around for much longer. Is what he's pretty much saying. Now, I'm not saying this change comes tomorrow. I don't know when the change will come, but this is something that they're looking into fixing. So the way that I want to put this, I think it's kind of the way I can word this is pretty much like the entire point of like say a game that's based around knockback, for example, like Nickelodeon All Star Brawl is. So when you based around knockback, you're supposed to have like different types of moves work in different situations, right? You shouldn't just be able to rely on neutral air, and then the knockback is like the same. So if you use neutral air and your opponent's at 0%, it's gonna have whatever knockback, X amount of knockback. But then if you go to use neutral air and your opponent's at 120% damage, it's gonna have the same amount of knockback as it did at 0. Maybe that's what they're gonna look at. Percentage-based knockback is, I think, the smart way to go, because you want to utilize different moves in different situations, which makes the game much more fun and a little bit more creative, shall we say. So I like the idea that they're going to fix this, and it's not that it's necessarily really broken, but just not just having a Nair fest the entire match, right? Just, all right, let's see who can put together the most Nair strings, and then whoever does is going to win. Like, okay, that's not going to get fun after a while, because it's just going to be rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. It's like, I don't want to watch this. Let me go find somebody else doing something clever. So I like that they're doing this, and odds are some people will be happy about this. Some people, they won't. All right, so here's actually kind of a very interesting one that I kind of like this. So this is for a bit more of the competitive people, I would say, for your competitive. Maybe they do set it up where you can actually challenge people, and it will be, say, a 1v1, but it will be a best of 3, a best of 5, something like that. And somebody asked the question in Discord, are there any plans for like a stage striking system? And while that's, I don't know if that's really ever been done in any fighting games before, like an actual system, like not just, all right, let me jump on Discord and say, okay, no, I don't want that stage, and then your opponent goes, all right, I don't want that stage, and then you're like, okay, here's the one that we're gonna. This could be an actual quality of life update, and that is something that they're looking into, because Rep says one of many things that they will be looking into once they're fully into the quality of life period of changes, which is like, hey, they might actually bring in this stage striking thing. They might bring in other things that change up a little bit, make things, you know, a bit more accessible, things that are just make the game run smoother, that make the game feel quicker, better, whatever that might be. So quality of life is definitely something they are looking at there, and it's not just like, oh, the menu looks a little scuffed. Can we, you know, can we do something with it? Can we get a better? No, it's things that will actually impact the game on a, say, competitive level, or maybe just a casual level. But you know, quality of life changes is always good to hear, because it just goes to show that the development team is really trying to take care of this. They're really trying to say, all right, look, you guys, the community, you're the ones that are making this game, and if we're not listening to your feedback, again, maybe not every single idea is going to get implemented from the community, but if they're not listening to us and at least taking stuff into consideration, well, then this game might die off fast, and we hope that it doesn't. But you know, they're listening to our opinions and our, you know, whatever, to hopefully make the game better overall. Not saying that it's bad, but I'm just saying better overall. Just little things here and there. So it's good that they're you know, they're listening, and not many devs do that. And the last one that I want to talk about is kind of, it could be an issue. I don't think I've noticed anything myself. Some people may, but it is due to rollback, the netcode stuff. So again, rollback is to help make the online feel a bit smoother. Like even if you're lagging, you're supposed to be able to, you know, you press the button for neutral attack, right? And the move comes out right when you press it. So rollback is pretty solid. I think most of us know this. But there seems to be a clock sync issue, which is kind of one way to put that is when you input it, it's not doing it properly. So like there might be a delay in it, longer than it should be, and that could really mess up. Like seriously, one move can mess up your entire match from winning or losing. Say you go for the up special to try to recover, or you try to go for a, you know, strong down air to spike to, you know, finish off the stock, and the game doesn't register it in time, and it's like, wait a minute, if I would have had that half a second earlier when I should have, this would be over and we wouldn't still be fighting here, and now my opponent somehow came back and beat me. So there is a clock sync issue that they are aware of. They will fix it once Elias, who's another developer in the game, once Elias returns from vacation, so that's pretty good nonetheless. And apparently there's also a stage slowdown issue. I'm not sure what that one is, but it is identified, and it's going to be fixed in the next bug fix rollout. Now, I don't know when the next bug fix rollout is coming out, but whenever Elias gets back from vacation, it looks like, I'm assuming the clock sync issue, if you feel like there's, when you're online and you're playing and you feel like something's a bit off, the timing for your inputs just doesn't feel right, well, that might be due to this issue, which they're aware of. They will fix it. They'll get it done. So I got faith in them. But hey, they can only do so much at a time. But they're doing what they can, and we appreciate them for that. So that is all. That's all I got for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this short little video. We'll be back again tomorrow for another video of some kind. But that is it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed as always. And I guess I'll see you when I'm looking at you.